guys, and welcome back to my channel. So you see the title? Actually, I'm not exactly sure what the title is going to be because I know what I'm trying to get across, but I'm not sure what I'm gonna call it. So if you want to know more, let's go. Okay, so especially with some of the products that I've been using lately, I feel like, I just coughed, so I'm trying to get my breath back. I feel like there are some products out there that they kind of do the work for you. So if you're a beginner when it comes to makeup, or you're kind of struggling with figuring out how to do it yourself, I feel like they will kind of help you along the way. Because one of the main things about makeup is blending. Like 90% of the time, if something doesn't look right, it's probably just not blended in enough. I went to a master class with Makeup by Mario years ago, and at the time the person he was doing makeup on was Omrizi, but I feel like a lot of us know that he does, or I don't know if he still does, but especially at the time. And one of the things one of the clients he's most known for is Kim Kardashian. In that class, he said that sometimes he'll spend 20 minutes just blending out her concealer. And at the time, I was like, 20 minutes? Now, nowadays, if I have to do my makeup within 20 minutes, can I do something and it's good enough for me to get out the door? Yes. But especially now that I am older, his advice makes sense. If it's got to take 20 minutes to blend that out, go ahead and blend it out. And even when you think it's blended out, blend it out some more. But you know, sometimes I feel like you're not really sure if you've blended it enough. You think you have, stuff like that, especially now with all these blurring products coming out, and they're actually doing that. They are actually making things look blurred on your face. I feel like that's doing some of the work for you. So that's what I mean when I say like kind of like makeup cheat codes, stuff like that, products and things you can use on your face where it'll help you and everything will just come together by the end. So the first thing is in between setting sprays. I just had that concealer sitting on my face, and when you leave concealer sitting on, it helps the concealer be a little bit more full coverage when you blend it out. But sometimes, especially depending on the formula of the concealer, if it is a dry quick concealer, it ain't gonna want to move. So go ahead with a setting spray that is in between, and not just concealer, but just in general. A lot of people will actually spray their face in between every layer, right? So foundation, spray, concealer, spray, blush, spray. This is the Makeup by Mario, but I feel like a lot of us first knew about doing that or started doing that with the MAC Fix Plus, and those type of sprays, they are the ones that are more so for the blending of the makeup, not necessarily, you know, making sure it like locks in for the day, the mattifying, the dewy, that type of spray. Again, they're just like a in-between, kind of keeping your face hydrated, and it'll help with everything blending in. I don't necessarily need this for what I've done right now, but we're gonna do it for the sake of the video. And quick little pat down, especially under my eyes one more time before I put powder on. I've been talking about blurring powders, but I've also just been talking about blurring products in general. I feel like a lot of brands are coming out with blurring products right now. And I actually have quite a few friends who are actual makeup artists, and one of the things that they be talking about a lot is how people will come in and they will have inspo that they want, that they've seen online on celebrities, but when they show them the picture or the video, either the person has a filter on, like a video filter, or like there's very obviously been Facetune done to the, like some type of editing has been done, right? So when they get their makeup done and it doesn't look like that filtered, blurred type of look, they don't like it. Or that's why people will be like, I don't like getting my makeup done, da 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 da. And that's why a lot of, you know, artists don't like posting their work with filters on, because it kind of warps people's reality of what it's supposed to look like. So if you are putting out products that actually makes it look like it's filtered, look like it's blurred in real life without looking cakey, go ahead and put that on. This L'Oreal, this is a drugstore option. So if you guys saw the video I posted, I use the Fenty. Fenty is not like high end. It's like a, you know, medium brand as far as pricing goes. But if you want something, Maybelline, L'Oreal lately, it's been a little more. But if you want a drugstore option, this is a good blurring powder. And I don't know, I've just been liking pink for my under eye area. And you know, don't be shy with the powder. Actually, don't be shy with the powder, because I'm gonna show you why you don't need to be shy with the powder in a second. So the powder just sat on my face. Of course, now it's time to remove the powder. But like, what happens if you don't do the best job of removing the powder? And I also go in with a pressed powder after that. So now I've got 2 powders on my under eye area. And you know, one thing about makeup, when you're done, you don't want that powdery look. You know, that chalk look on your face. And then I also use a powder blush on my face as well. That's a lot of powder that was just added to your face. So if you can't do the best job of removing powder, you know, maybe you got a little powder blindness, you don't see that you missed a spot there. The One Size powder melts. And mind you, like, I just brushed the powder away, but I have seen examples where people tried it and they wanted, baby, can you melt? Melts. And they left the powder on their face and still sprayed this on. And when I tell you, this gets the job done. This helps with the blurring, but it also helps with the melting. And again, that was the point, well, part of the point of me pointing out the story with Mario, that a lot of this comes down to blending. A lot of this comes down to fusing everything together. So if you are just beginning, or you just can't, or you feel like you can't get the hang of it, it's the products that do it for you. So I use this every single time you see me wearing makeup, and that is what I use it for. And I always use 2 setting sprays. Babe, I already have another one, because I know I'm gonna get through this at least probably by November. This is the Danessa Yummy Skin Liquid Blurring Balm. I also have the Danessa the Yummy Skin as a primer blurring balm. So we're going back to blurring balms, but I feel like this is more than a blurring balm. I just can't describe everything else that it's doing on your face. But I feel like if you have this in your makeup routine, it's doing a lot. It's doing a lot of the work for you. I don't know what Danessa be putting in her products, but this is the one that I'll use, and it just does the rest of everything for me. Okay, and the last thing I have are lip plumpers. You know, certain things you're just born with it, or you're not. And even when you are born with it, you want it to look a little fuller, a little plumper. And everyone's not gonna go get actual lip filler. So lip plumpers that actually plump your lip. I done told y'all, I done got people talking about some, did you get lip filler? I'm just black. And I also use lip filler. So the NYX Duck Plumpers, that's a really good one. It's intense. So if you don't like that tingly feeling, not that one. This is from Makeup Revolution. This is their Pout Balm. Of course, I have Fenty's Hot Choco Lit already on. That is also a lip plumper. And I'm just going to... And they usually have like a minty type scent to them. And that is it for my face today. So yeah, those are just some of the products that I think will kind of help you along the way. If you make mistakes, we'll kind of clean up some of those mistakes for you. Oh, I forgot color corrector. I don't use it as much because I only use it for like dark spots, stuff like that. And shout out to micro needling for helping. But if you have, you know, dark spots, hyperpigmentation, stuff like that. Like, I feel like a lot of people get confused when they're trying to find their foundation shades, because your face can be more than one shade, right? And especially with deeper complexions, a lot of times you'll have like hyperpigmentation around your mouth area, so it'll be darker around here, but a little lighter everywhere else. And then people will be like, oh, you know, my face is this much different than my neck, than my chest, and that's why it's a problem for me to color match. Color correcting can help with that if you have redness on your face. Again, I'm a deeper complexion, so when I do use color corrector, it is more so the peachy, corally, orange type shades, but there are green color correctors, the sun, don't piss me off, Purple color corrector, you just gotta find the color corrector for whatever need or problem that you have. But color correcting can help that the product that you put on top of it can actually show through like the true color. So color corrector, that's another product that kind of helps you along the way. Let me know in the comments down below any other products that you think, you know, this is kind of like, you know, in Sims, you could just click the thing and it just automatically appears on the face. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any other products that you would suggest kind of do the same thing, primers, anything like that. Everything I use on my face will be linked in the description down below. Make sure to thumbs up, comment, subscribe, turn notification bells down below. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.